What's up, guys? Welcome back to JodabeniTV. Today's another amazing day to get out there. We're going to be better today than we were yesterday. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can join an MLS Academy team. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you do enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button and share with any of your friends that are trying to get to an MLS Academy team so they can have the same information you're about to get. I know recently the DA has been officially closed, so now there's a lot of players who are lost or just maybe they don't know a lot of what's going on. If you haven't checked out my last video yet, be sure to check it down below in the description box, and that should pretty much update you on what's been going on with the USDA soccer program. So now that you're here, the first step for you to be able to join on any MLS Academy team is you need to do your research. The reason why I'm telling you to do your research is because not all the team tryouts are free. Unless you were brought in by one of their agents or scouts, you may have to go try out for the teams, and not all the tryouts are free. There's plenty of MLS teams out there that all offer youth academies. So the academies range from the age of U8, meaning anybody under 8 can play on that team, all the way to U23, and they usually play in the USL League 2. But for the U23, there's some leeway for players that are over 23, and there's a maximum amount of how many over the age of 23 players they can add onto that squad. But now, today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys literally every single level has, requirements so you can try out even if you were brought in by a specific scout. So whenever you decide whatever team you want to go try out on, you want to be sure to do your research ahead of time. So the first thing is, not all the trials are free. Some teams are fully funded, meaning that even if you had to pay for the trials, maybe you don't have to pay anything else by the time you're on the team. And then there's some teams where you will have to pay for the trial and you will have to put some fees in as you're part of the team. But everybody wants to be on that team that is fully funded. And yes, those teams are even harder to get because they pay for everything. So they make sure they get the best quality players on their squad. But don't be discouraged, because there's some teams out there that will make it possible for you to play on their squad even if you don't have the money. So by all means, be sure you're continuing to work on your craft every single day, just in case you don't have enough money or whatever the situation may be, they'll come through and take care of you. They're MLS teams for a reason. They have a lot of funding backing their programs. So not every MLS Academy team offers trials. So in that case, you need to find out who are the people finding the children for those teams. And maybe you want to reach out to them. If you have a highlight film, maybe send it to them and encourage them to come to your game. And hopefully they watch you, they like you, and then they would recommend you to whoever is the academy coach. This way, you can have your chance to be part of the team. If you have no clue on how to get scouted, there's numerous of ways that you can actually increase your viewage of different scouts and team coaches. So the first things first is make sure you're recording your games from now on. So like if you're not in your 20s yet, if you're still in high school or even in middle school, be sure you have somebody out there recording your games, because some of these will be crucial whenever you start sending it to agents or to the actual head coaches. Because a lot of the times, if it's your parents talking to any coaches, of course your parents is gonna say, oh, my son, he's a beast. He carries his whole team on his shoulders. Oh, my son? Yeah, 13 goals in 2 games. He's cold. Coaches don't want to hear that. They want to see you play. They want to see you put in those 13 goals in whatever games you played, and they want to see it with their own eyes. So start recording all your matches now, so at least if you find an agent or you get in contact with the coaches, you can send them something that they can look at you by. And sometimes even if you just put in a good resume of the previous teams you put on and your awards, what you've done, maybe they can invite you to try out with them and train with the team, and then they'll see if they like you. It doesn't hurt to message the head coaches. There's numerous of ways MLS teams find players. Number one, they have agents and scouts who look for players. And number two is players themselves sending the teams their highlight films and their CVs pretty much about where they've been playing and their record. Many teams also hold talent ID camps. usually in the summer camps, but it's usually more effective for the younger kids because they like choosing kids out of those younger camps. But the older you get, those summer program camps aren't as effective because a lot of the times the coaches already know the team they want. And they're just looking for some star player who may show up in these camps. Because again, these camps help fund the team for the next season. So if you're not standing out, it's going to be really hard for you to make those teams. So by all means, don't be afraid to take a look at those youth camps and talent ID nights, because even now, since there's a lot of DA programs that are not going to be there, that means there's going to be more competition on those talent nights. So you want to be sure you're on top of your game. So whenever you show up, you let them know, I want to be part of this team. So there's actually a website that has tons and tons of information for anybody who's trying to play in the USL 1 all the way to the youth academies. Pretty much, they put this website together. I'm not too sure when was the last time they updated it, because the last thing they have on there is from 2019. But they still have all the MLS teams and USL team academies where you can look at their trial dates, what their requirements is, and if they charge and if they don't. I've checked up on some of the links where they still need to re-update them, but use this website as a foundation to find out what you need to do. And on each MLS site, you can go to the academy section and it will pretty much show you what the requirements are and if they have trials and when are the dates. But USSoccerTalent.com do give you some very useful information. A lot of them give you all the specific details, and it'll even send you to the link where on the MLS page will show you the actual message that the MLS Academy teams require. So it pretty much lines up with them, but it's just that it's not as kept up to date as the MLS teams page. So be sure to double check on the actual MLS Youth Academy page to make sure, the rules are still the same and the restrictions and requirements. So by all means, you guys need to go out there and make good use of your time finding teams and agents and do whatever you can to make these teams, because no one's gonna push you more than you can push yourself. I know that a lot of the classes have been moved online and we're going into summer, but you don't want to fall into the trap of just waking up and hopping on your Call of Duty and ignoring your training, because this is pretty much the perfect and best time to push yourself, because there's so many kids who aren't gonna be training at all. So you have been given maybe 2, 3, or 4 months of time where you can pass certain players who are on those academy teams who are doing nothing. Because a lot of them who are on those academy teams, some of them are gonna be very cocky and not humbling enough, and they're gonna tell themselves, I'm good enough, I don't need to train as much because we're in quarantine or whatever it may be. But you, on the other end, you're grinding every day. And if you outwork him, you outskill, coaches see these things. And maybe that could be somebody else's downfall and you may be the replacement. So just keep grinding it out. And I hope everything you saw into this video helped you a lot. Be sure to hit the like button down below and share with all your teammates that are probably confused or lost on how to find professional youth academy teams. So once again, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that a lot of you guys who were lost, and maybe you can use this as a foundation to find yourself a good MLS Youth Academy to join. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave it down in the comment section below. But if that's uncomfortable for you, my Instagram is open for any DMs. I'm always responding. You can ask anybody who's DMing me. I respond to every single email. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. JodabeniTV is out.
I can feel my face, but nothing really cannot stop me till I fall.